Hi there everyone and welcome to the reading. Today's reading is quite esoteric even for our community, so let me just explain what this reading is going to be about. Today we are channeling an extraterrestrial or interdimensional entity that operates on the basis of love, compassion, kindness, and integrity. I just wanted to make sure that that is clear because I myself personally don't know what other beings are out there and I want to protect us. So considering how much UFO information has been just boiling in the news nowadays, and the fact that it's clear that we will be learning more about UFOs and maybe even potentially getting a full-on contact event in the next 5 years, probably 10 years. I mean, I'm not sure. This just comes to me from other sources. This is not channeled information. But because I've been having this drive and passion and excitement towards extraterrestrials, I wanted to look into what are your messages from an extraterrestrial, interdimensional being about your life. And I am inclined to say that this message is going to somehow be connected to your personal connection to the UFO or extraterrestrial journey that is unfolding now on the planet. Now, obviously, if you are not someone who is interested in extraterrestrials and UFOs and stuff like that, this reading is not for you. We're gonna be pretty esoteric and pretty wild out here. So, but if you are on board with my interest, then let's dive right in. Pile number 1, we have straddling worlds, wandering between realms. Pile number 2, we have Spirit of the River, movement towards adventure. Pile number 3, we have Root Girl, the disowned self. Please make your pile selection. I've shuffled these before I started channeling, and we're gonna shuffle the rest of the cards on camera. And please pick one of them on your intuition, and I'll see you in your reading. Hello, pile number 1. If you have selected the straddling worlds when wandering between realms, then this is your reading. This is your message from an extraterrestrial about your potential connection to extraterrestrials and what you need to hear now. Overall, I just wanted to leave this pretty open and just let it be a more of a psychic, intuitive reading. So this card clearly wants to come out. This card, Nine of Wands. What is this? The Fool. Woohoo. Let's get some more cards. What does pile number 1 need to hear from an extraterrestrial being? What does pile number 1 need to hear from an extraterrestrial being? What does pile number 1 need to hear from an extraterrestrial? Whoa! Okay. I'm not going to take these cards. If they're meant to come out, they will. What does pile number 1 need to hear from an extraterrestrial being? Alright, pile number 1, you're diving in head first into a new journey, and that requires some strength. Because with 9 of Wands, we know that traditionally in the tarot cards, it's presented as someone who is battled and bruised, but ready to go, right? They're still going for it. And you're ready to follow the call of your heart. Straddling worlds here. Let's just try to get that on camera. What a beautiful card. You're shifting into a new quality, into a new dimension. This is a totally new life. You have never experienced life like this before. You're following your heart. In one way or another, it has to deal with creativity. And with you being a rookie and a beginner at something, perhaps because of the Page of Swords here, and Knight of Cups being an older version of the page, right? It's an older court card. This gives me an intuitive feeling that following your creativity, with Page of Swords looking directly at the Empress here, hasn't been something that you have been used to. Following your heart. I mean, you've gone through all of the wands, right? This is not something you're used to. This is page energy here, young energy here. But guess what? It's leading to justice. Karma finally balancing out. Straddling between worlds actually really makes me feel... Oh, the camera had almost just fallen down. Just give me 1 second. My apologies for that. The tripod is not doing too good nowadays. But with straddling worlds and justice here, it is clear to me that at this point in your life, you have 1 foot in one world and 1 foot in another, energetically. You're making this jump regardless whether you are questioning it or not. I have a feeling you're questioning that because you're straddling between different realms. And let's see how their journey might be connected to extraterrestrial. Page of Swords again. Again. I mean, I love when a synchronicity happens here. This is after tarot. They depict the moment after traditional Rider-Waite-Smith. I always don't know how to say that. I always mess up the name of the traditional cards, so the more common cards. My apologies about that, but what else does? You're going for it. This is very young energy. You got in touch with something. It's like you were settling for something in your life. But now, you're transitioning from that old version of you into a new. You're shifting into a new reality. You're diving right in. You're following your heart. 10 of Swords. This is the end of the chapter. The burial of the old you. What does pile number 1 need to hear? 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 Extraterrestrial, cool entity. By cool, I mean an entity that operates on abundance, love, compassion, and kindness. What does pile number 1 need to hear? Thank you. The Devil. Pile number 1. When we transition from one quality to another, when we shift from being one person into being another, when we shift our identity, I should say, it always comes with discomfort. There's an ego death that's happening here, and that is not the most comfortable thing to go through, right? You're hearing the call of your heart. You want to follow your passion. But when we shift, when we change, when we make that quantum leap, guess what? The new reality, the new calling, that is the unknown, right? That is something we've never experienced before. To our mind, our ego, to our logical self, that is a very uncomfortable position to be in. Because we have been so rooted. With the star here pointing down in the material realm. Because we know how the material realm works and it had hurt us. We carry fear. And moving into freedom actually feels uncomfortable. Because fear, anxiety, has become our comfort zone, our habitual pattern of thinking. But guess what, my love? When you make that jump, you're doing it regardless. Don't resist the call. You're doing it regardless. Whether you resist it now, whether you're postponing it, this is meant to happen with justice here. You have some good karma that is waiting to be paid to you. But because in order for you to be able to get paid from that karma, in order for you to get that justice, you need to be true to who you are. You need to actually step into the new realm. Right now you're wandering between them. I have a wild guess that your energy might be shifting drastically. On one moment you're following your heart, you're doing what you're, something creative here, something that you're a rookie at, something that you're like, well, this doesn't make any intellectual sense. And you feel inspired and you feel expanded, you feel like this is your journey, this is who you are. But on the other hand, All of the residues of the old energy are calling you back. So sometimes you shift into the old identity and you get consumed by fear and anxiety. But look at the amount of positive cards and the amount of negative ones. You are strong. You have cultivated the strength by interacting with the physical realm. You have cultivated the strength enough to move into the new quality. So you're ready. You're ready to make that jump. It will be uncomfortable. Not because anything bad is going to happen, but because you've never been that person before. You've never been there before. I just heard, open your arms to receive. You are a goal-getter. Someone who relied a lot on their intelligence. Page of Swords coming out twice. But you have to understand that in this situation, whatever is calling you, it might not make much sense to the intellect. And relying on the intellect, relying on the pushing and going for it, and being the archer on that active masculine energy, is actually a quality that is preventing you from fully diving into your creativity, into following your heart. Don't get me wrong, there needs to be a balance between the masculine and the feminine energies. But if you have gone your whole life just relying on the masculine, just being the goal-getter, just going for it, it's likely that now you're experiencing that this is not working. You are not where you want to be, and there's something else, a new journey following you, and you're diving right in. And you can handle it because 9 and 10s are at the end of the journey. There's so much in your reading that indicates that you're in between realms. And the journey has been so long to the point where you feel like there was nothing left of you. There had to be a burial for you. You had to bury certain ideas about how the world needed to be. But that's what happens when we dive into the full journey, right? A certain kind of ego death needs to happen. And that is uncomfortable. That tells me that you've done the shadow work. And now it's time to follow your heart. This energy here, it's lingering. But that's very normal because we don't just transition from one quality into another in an instant, right? Generally speaking, you don't just say an affirmation and your neural pathways rewire. That's just not how it works in the physical body. Certain things will keep popping up, anxieties will keep popping up because you are transitioning and that's not your comfort zone, and your body, your brain is literally trying to wire the program, but you're going against it. You have the strength, you're ready to go. I mean, you're doing it regardless, okay? You're doing it regardless. But the less you resist this call of your heart, and understanding that in this case, the heart is the lead. The heart needs in creativity. Whatever it is you're creating, your heart needs to take the lead. You have the Empress within you and you're trying to understand the Empress with a Page of Swords, a much younger, much less secure energy, but a curious energy of an intellect. Look at it with curiosity. Explore your creativity with curiosity. Go for it. Dive into it. Look at this dog. He is ready to go. Yeah, pile number 1. Now I want to pull some cards. I'm just gonna move this out of the way a little bit. And now I want to pull some cards for you guys and see how you personally might be connected, if in any way, shape, or form, to the extraterrestrial journey, intergalactic family journey that might be happening on the planet right now. House pile number 1, if so, in any way, shape, or form, connected to the intergalactic family union, or into this UFO, to this extraterrestrial journey. House pile number 1 relating to that. House pile number 1. House pile number 1 related to this extraterrestrial journey. House pile number 1 related to this extraterrestrial journey. Ace of Swords. House pile number 1 connected to this? 5 of swords or wands. 5 of wands, 5 of wands. This is wands, right? Conflict. They describe this card as conflict. It has to be 5 of wands. Lovers. It seems to me, I'm just gonna go with my intuitive hit. Take it or leave it as it goes, because there might be viewers who need to hear this right now in pile number 1. And just 1 second, I'm gonna take a sip of my tea. You're the searcher of the truth. The idea of aliens or UFOs or extraterrestrials may be causing an internal conflict because we don't know the truth, right? I believe it, but I cannot prove it to you. I personally have not had experiences with aliens, with extraterrestrial or interdimensional entities in this manner. So even I myself understand this whole conflict. But there seems to me, with this Ace of Swords, this cutting through the truth with your intellect, that the way that you're connected to it, with the lovers here, the way that you're uniting with this journey, is that the truth will be revealed, and that will cut through the conflict and merge into a comprehensive thought system. So what I'm trying to say here is the information that's being revealed right now in regards to UFOs and extraterrestrials, as it will continue to develop. No doubt, I have no doubt about that. That will actually, although uncomfortable, and although perhaps you may not believe in it at all, maybe you just think this lady on the internet is just going wild. That's okay, I don't really care. Because with the information being revealed, it will actually lead you to a union with your desire. That information, the fact that whatever is going to be revealed to us, whatever we're going to learn with Ace of Swords here, it will be uncomfortable, but it will allow us to perceive the world in such a new and drastic manner, where it actually accelerates and pushes us forward towards the union with our ideal reality, towards where we belong. So perhaps you're not involved with the extraterrestrial journey directly, right? I don't know. All I can tell you is there is a discomfort about this conversation going on here right now. And the more and more information comes out, that will be after you step into your new life. Your journey seems to be much more spiritual than it is externally triggered by a major event, right? What I'm trying to say is, pile number 1, you are not one of those people who are waiting to be awakened by this massive event, which will awaken many people. This information, whatever it is we're going to learn in the next years, it will awaken a lot of people because it just changes your perspective upside down. And any moment you question your original perspectives and what you thought to be true is an opportunity to unite with the reality of your dreams. But what I see here is, the more you look into it, the more the information comes out, and that is after you move into your journey already. It will actually smoothly, synchronistically coexist with your journey of the heart. You will not have to wait for like a major context event for your world to be upside down, because you're already on this journey. You're already in between realms. You will be in your ideal reality already. But the information, if you are curious to look into it, and Page of Swords appearing 2 times in your reading tells me that you're a very curious and intellectual person. Look into it, because as uncomfortable as it is, that will actually turn your perspective upside down and help you with the journey of uniting with your heart, with your lovers here. Now, obviously, this is a general reading, and I don't know what it is you want. Do you want a partner? Because that is in the cards too. I mean, this is Harry Potter tarot, and this is obviously Lupin and Tonks. There is that fated connection. There is that fated partnership for you if you so want it, if you're looking for it. And that information that is being revealed to us about extraterrestrials, you look at it, it's helping you shift the perspective to unite with things that are actually in alignment with you. Oh, this is so interesting. I kind of want to pull more cards. Should we pull more cards, pile number 1? Let me see. What cards do I want to pull? I'm kind of feeling like perhaps these tarot cards. This is the witch. The witchy. Okay. Hold on a second. Let's get a couple of more cards. Let's get 3 more cards, Spirit. My apologies. Let's get 3 more cards from the extraterrestrial entity communicating to pile number 1 today. Let's get 2 more cards, please. From an extraterrestrial entity communicating to us today. Let's get 1 more. Okay. He's like, it doesn't want to go back into the pile. Page of Pentacles. 6 of Pentacles. 10 of Wands. Again, alright, we're going back to your journey. This was a fun little segment, right? With 6 of Pentacles, as I said, it was Justice card. You are ready for the good karma, for all the times you turned your cheek, for all the times you were the more conscious person, for all the times that you've been through hell, but you couldn't reciprocate the violence or the abuse or whatever was going on because you were just, that's not who you are. And you were born different, but it hurt you. All of that good karma is ready to come into you. As I said, the energy is ready to be balanced. All you need to do is to dive in and follow your heart. You are a beginner in this journey with uniting the intellect, the heart, and the material world. You have tried living the swords kind of lifestyle, right? You have tried just pushing and pushing and going for it and being in the masculine energy and trying to understand everything with intellect. But this is not the time to be like, I know everything and I'm intelligent and smart. You are intelligent and smart, but the purpose of your intellect is to serve you. You are not your intellect. You are not your mind. The journey of carrying it all is over. You're diving into the new world. And you're ready to receive the abundance, the karma, good payback. This is going to come in a form with 6 of Pentacles. In my experience, it's unexpected, just showering in synchronicity and random blessings from the universe. So open yourself up to that energy. Dive into the Empress energy, which is receptive. It's creative. It's receptive. Cultivate that moment. That energy is already on the way with 8 of Wands towards you. All you have to do is make sure that you're emotionally and vibrationally united with whatever it is you're going towards. Balance your energy. All right, pile number 1. I think this is all I see here. Thank you so much for joining me for this crazy, wild reading. Obviously, I really appreciated that you allow me the opportunity to be as crazy and as esoteric as I want to be. And if you're curious in those kinds of reading and if you enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more from me. And good luck on your journey. You're doing it regardless. Don't resist it. It's time to dive in. Your creativity is calling you home to your true, authentic self. Thank you so much again. And I'll see you in the next reading. Bye. Hello, pile number 2. If you have been drawn to the spirit of the river, movement towards adventure, this is your reading. I'm shuffling on camera. Let's do it one more time. I'm already feeling intuition, emotional sensitivity, emotional capacity, following your heart, change. Spirit of the river, water, right? Water is connected to our intuition, to our gut. This is not intellect energy. What does pile number 2 need to hear? What does pile number 2 need to hear from an extraterrestrial entity? Okay, this is like now going back. 5 of Wands. Interesting. What is, okay. 2 of Cups. Are you guys seeing the duality? What does pile number 2 need to hear from an extraterrestrial interdimensional being? What does pile number 2 need to hear? Oh my God. Are you guys seeing this? I mean, the synchronicity, the sun, wonderful. Gosh, it just seems like we are all of the readings in one way or another that I'm doing have the same underlying themes, and I have a feeling that it has to deal with the fact that North Node and South Node just shifted. Yep, that was already in pile number 1. Am I pulling too many cards? Can I do one more? Ace of Cups. Alright. Alright, pile number 2. Let me also take a couple of cards from this deck. This is the After Tarot, which depicts the moments after the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot. 6 of Pentacles again. Jesus, wow. It's like whoever I'm intending this message to find, whoever finds this message, we are going through some similar experiences. Spiritual community is going through it in a good way. This time in a good way, you guys. We've done the shadow work. We're ready to receive. This is basically all the energies that I've been feeling right now. Temperance. All right. And I'll do one more, please. And then we'll get into how that is connected to the extraterrestrial information being revealed to the population in one way or another. Okay, it said 2, okay, 3 of Cups. All right, pile number 2. I left the space for us to explore how exactly you might be or might not be connected to the extraterrestrial UFO information revelation that's happening right now. But obviously, as you can tell in the first 3 cards that you've gotten, and your pile number 2 too, have you been seeing 222s? There is this duality energy, right? And I see it with this card as well, because this is the only negative card as per se, right? 5, card number 5, and 5 of Wands. The 5s are the only, the change is what's uncomfortable here. All right, again, it feels like you are, on one hand or another, stepping into a new quality, a new world. You're shifting into a new identity. I mean, the synchronicity here is just uncanny. Even the... Do you guys see this? In the Ace of Cups, there are the swans. You guys are shifting into a new reality, and right now, you're moving towards the reality of your dreams, to the sun, to the good times. Finally, it's time for you to receive, right? With 6 of Pentacles over here. You're receiving the good karma. You're getting your payback. Pile number 1 also got that. We have very similar themes here. There are some I would say that pile number 2 may be one step ahead in terms of emotionally being ready to receive. But energies shift constantly. And everyone has a unique situation, obviously. But you're moving away. You're changing. It seems to me that you've put a lot of work into working on your mindset. And that work is ready to be paying off. You're ready to receive that karma. But what you're asked to do, and this is emphasized so many times in your reading, there needs to be a balancing of energies, balancing of masculine and feminine. Temperance, part of the Fool's journey, right? What is it about? It's about going through the death. It's about going through Tower and then finding that balance, that emotional balance of receiving from the source and creating. It's about having your third eye open and having a vision and knowing what you want to create. It's been a long journey with Knight of Pentacles here. In terms of your physical reality, whatever the resources you have, whatever the finances you have, it seems like you're in a pretty solid position. It's the slowest Knight, but honey, he is the most secure one for a reason, right? Because he took his time. He's holding on to the pentacle here. I don't know if you can see it because of how I put the cards. And now you have the stability to follow your heart, to follow the call. And the Seven of Wands energy very much gives me there might be people who have perceptions of you or have something to say about what you're doing, but you're going for it. Like Rosie. This is the Rosie outfit. I always forget the name of that woman on the poster. But you guys know what I'm talking about, right? Was this imagery? I'm not from the United States, so I don't remember exactly what her name is. But you are the warrior. You're ready. All you're asked to do right now is to balance your energy emotionally. It's okay that there are residues of this negative thinking, of this lack mentality over here, because you're moving towards it. When we transition, we don't just go from I think that I am a piece of garbage into I am a perfect person, right? Because that is not a transition within a linear timeline. We have neural pathways in our brains that have been forming for our entire lives, and transition to a new quality is uncomfortable. And that's why you're in you've gone through your tower moments, okay? You've gone through life-shattering events and things not going according to the plan. But you are ready to receive charity, basically. Not charity, but it's a payback from the universe for all the good karma. And right now, in order to receive it, you just need to balance the scales away from this Five of Pentacles, lack mentality. And guess what's waiting for you after? The Sun, fulfillment of a wish, good times, stability, peace, a period of celebration. You're receiving offers. You're receiving ideas that are emotionally fulfilling. If you are looking for a romantic partner or for a partner in one way or another, that is very, I mean, with all of the twos and you being pile number two swans here. You're ready. You're ready. You just need to balance the energy. Finish the balancing act. And you're ready to receive your emotional fulfillment. Whatever it is you're looking for, whatever it is you've been praying for, whatever it is you're manifesting for your emotional fulfillment. That could be a dream come true. That could be a person. In your case, I'm very inclined to say that for many of you, it might be a person. Because of Two of Cups here, right? Because of there's this partnership. There's definitely an offer and a partnership going on here. Whether it's creative or romantic, I don't know. But it's making you really happy. And it's allowing you to be more of who you are. To the point where this energy of Seven of Wands, of being cornered by other people's opinions and critique that penetrate our psyche, that does not affect you because your cup is full. Someone had filled your cup. And now I want to take these cards and I want to pull some cards in relation to how you might be connected to the whole extraterrestrial journey. What if you might be a channel in the future? I don't know. What if you will be one of the first contact specialists? I don't know. Maybe you're not connected to it in that way. Let's just see. How is pile number 2 connected to this extraterrestrial, interdimensional communication journey? How is pile number 2 connected to this interdimensional, extraterrestrial journey? What is the message from you, extraterrestrial? Prince of Pentacles. Exploration. 3. This is Neville Longbottom, by the way. These are Harry Potter tarot cards. To be honest with you, I'm not sure that I love what they've chosen for each card. Like, deception. Deception. 7. Exploration. Alright, let me just pull one clarifier for deception here. I think it's 7 of Swords. Let me just get one clarifier for the deception card here. Let me just pull one clarifier for this deception card here, please. How is pile number 2 connected to the extraterrestrial journey? How is the extraterrestrial? The Hermit. Whatever is the information that is coming out about the extraterrestrials, UFOs, or other dimensions that we will be learning throughout these upcoming years, that can either, there's a duality energy here with deception and exploration, right? 3 and 7. 3 is an energy of creativity, of looking into the future and being excited. But also there's a fear energy here. But that fear energy, and Prince of Discs being Neville Longbottom, right? This is Pentacles. It's like, on one hand, you are excited about what you're learning with the extraterrestrial journey, with whatever it is we're learning. On one thing, you're connected to this whole revelation of UFOs and extraterrestrial throughout in the upcoming future. On one hand, that's exciting, and it kind of actually inspires you to look into the future and to be creative and to question your identity. But because it questions your identity, because there's fear, and you know, Neville, it's Neville who is represented in that card. Because it's Neville, you know, he's a brilliant kid, but he is very, very shaky. And you know, Neville, it's Neville. He's brilliant, he's talented, but he has that nervousness and trauma from the past, quite frankly, that sometimes makes him believe that he's not as courageous as he is. And with this energy being trapped between the two, and with the Hermit clarifying the deception, it seems to me that whatever it is you're learning, whatever it is we are learning as a collective, has a deep impact on your spirituality and on your journey and on your understanding of reality. All of that is having you question the identity that you've built. Is having you question what really matters. It really moves you towards more spirituality. And if you're not spiritual already, which you are if you're receiving this message, because I can't imagine anyone who is very intellect oriented listening to a message from extraterrestrials, right? But this information that's being revealed, if you look into it with curiosity of a prince, of a page, it is scary, but it's also exciting, and it's putting you in the Hermit phase of the journey where you're reflecting on everything that's happening in your life and you see everything from a different perspective. This is beautiful. Beautiful energies here. So what I'm seeing is pile number 2. The way that you are connected to the extraterrestrial UFO revelations happening now is the more explorative and excited and curious and creative, the more open-minded you are looking at this information. Although it will cause fear, you will not be swallowed by it. Actually, this information being revealed will be precisely what's accelerating your spiritual journey. That side of you that you may have been pushing down, that spiritual connection side to the other realm. I just had literally the scene of Neville cutting Nagini, sorry. I have originally watched Harry Potter in a different language, so That's her name. It sounds kind of funny. Nagini's, I hope that's right, head off. So the snake later. And this is, I think, him in the fourth part. So basically what you learning about it, getting a skill about it, you looking into it curiously will accelerate you stepping onto your path. I'm hearing judgment. And you will become the Neville who is strong enough to take one of Lord Voldemort's Horcruxes, right? You're not this Neville who is insecure. You're Neville who is cutting off Horcruxes. And for that to happen, there needs to be some reflection. That is, all I'm seeing is the extraterrestrial aspect somehow is accelerating your spiritual journey. Wow, what a beautiful message. I think this is all that I'm seeing here, pile number 2. If you've managed to stay to the end of this very esoteric and very unique reading, know that everything is looking good for you. Opportunities are flowing in. You're ready to receive the good karma. And believe it or not, I'm not sure what your situation is with extraterrestrials now, but the more you look into it, curiously exploring, the more you will be able to recognize that you are actually the Neville who cuts off Nagini. Jesus Christ. My apologies. Things are looking good for the upcoming future. And if you're curious about aliens, don't allow fear to turn you away. Focus on how exciting it is and on the fact that after all, you're a truth seeker. And it will actually help you in your spiritual journey. It will actually accelerate it, asking questions. All right, pile number 2. Thank you so much for joining me for this reading. If you liked it, please like it, subscribe if you want to see more from me. My name is Tanita. I am divinely inspired to dive into this, head first into this tarot journey. And I am deeply yearning for a community too. So if you feel like leaving a comment, saying hello, let me know. I feel bad because I didn't say that on pile number 1, but please give me some grace. I'm just beginning. Thank you so much again, and good luck with everything. Things are looking good. There's partnerships coming in your life. Bye. Hi there, pile number 3, and welcome to your reading. If you've chosen the Root Girl or the Disowned Self, this is going to be your message from an extraterrestrial, interdimensional being that is rooted in love and light. I just wanted to clarify that because, quite honestly, 4 of Swords, rest. Right away was the Root Girl and the Disowned Self and the Rest card. There seems to be an integration of the shadow that is happening. And what is the message that pile number 3 needs to hear? Death. Wow, an end of the chapter. A death of a part of you. Let's see where this is gonna go. Chariot. Wow, okay. Okay, pile number 3. We have some tea here. We have a new chapter opening up for you. It seems like a lot of people in the spiritual community are finally getting... Okay. If this is meant to come out, it's gonna come out again. Let's just get a couple of more cards from this deck. What is pile number 3 needs to hear from the extraterrestrial, interdimensional being or race or entity or whatever it might be? What does pile number 3 need to hear about their journey right now? And the Hanged Man. Knight of... Jesus Christ. Knight of Cups had come out in all of the piles today, I'm pretty sure. I tend to forget what happens in the reading because I tend to... Honestly, I tend to black out sometimes when I'm doing a reading. So I'm pretty sure the Knight of Cups, I will double check, but I'm pretty sure that Knight of Cups had come out in all of the readings. We're going through it in a good way. There's an end of the chapter. Can I please get a couple of more cards for pile number 3? For what is their message from an extraterrestrial, interdimensional being that is rooted in love and light? What is their message from an interdimensional, extraterrestrial being that is rooted in love and light. What is their message? Okay. 5 of Pentacles and 8 of Wands. Alright. Alright, pile number 3. It seems like you have been through it. Okay? You have seen your tower moments, you've been through your ego death moments, and there is an integration of the shadow that's happening right now. You're ready to step into the new world with the Chariot here. With 4 of Swords being the first card that came out here, and with Ace of Wands being the second card that came out. There is an opening in the energy here for you. Divine communication. Ace of Wands is spirit energy, fire, right? And it's potential energy. It's an idea that exists out there, and you're ready to grasp, get that idea. But in order for you to be able to hear the voice of your soul and to go through this ending of a chapter, ending of the chapter of 5 of Pentacles, ending of the chapter of lack mentality and being rooted in fear. You've done a lot of spiritual work, pile number 3. And kudos to you, it's paying off. You're ready to receive communication. The energies are already moving towards you. The energies are already on their way to you. But in order for you to move through this process of end and beginning, the end of the chapter of lack mentality, and the movement into the new energy, the complete change of your perspective with the Hangman here. Chariot and the Hangman coming out together here tell me that you're moving into a life that is completely different. There's going to be a before and after, pile number 3. You're in the end of the journey. There's a part of you that doesn't belong there anymore, and it's ready to die. There's some sort of an ego death happening here. An ego death that requires you of letting go of this lack mentality, so you can receive things that are in alignment with your heart, with your soul's highest journey. However, with the root girl, which right away tells us about a need for integration of the shadow. Say you've done some shadow work already. You've moved through your tower moment. You've learned your lessons, but it seems like there's one step left, and it's the integration. You already know your shadow, but have you integrated it? Have you forgiven it? That's what you're asked to do. This is the last step right now. Because you're ready to move into the world that looks completely different. Your perspective, once you move through this chapter, is going to be completely another. It's like you're a new person after death. Your perspective on life, what you thought was true with the lack mentality, what you thought you had to do, what you thought you had to do because of your circumstance, likely because of finances or because of certain physical, material world related items with 5 of Pentacles here. What you thought was true is not. You're going to see the other side of it, but you're tired. You're tired. In order for you to integrate the shadow here, you need to get some rest. You need to allow yourself to indulge in certain self-care to the best of your ability at this time. I understand that life can get very busy and very tricky, and guess what? Life is always like that. The only constant thing about life is change, right? And in order for you to get this divine spark of inspiration with Ace of Wands here, in order for you to receive that calling and move through the end of the cycle of lack mentality, you need to be able to hear that. And that requires rest. That requires a certain level of relaxation and self-care. Alright, pile number 3, let's get a couple of more cards. This is the After Tarot that depict the scenes, moments after the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith tarot decks that we so know and love. What does pile number 3 need to hear from an extraterrestrial, interdimensional entity? What does pile number 3 need to hear about their journey right now? What does pile number 3 need to hear about their journey right now? What does pile number 3 need to hear, this one, about their journey right now? What does pile number 3 need to hear about their journey right now? What is pile number 3? Can I get another one card? What is pile number 3? Alright, thank you. Let's open them up. King of Wands. Okay. 8 of Wands again. Do you guys see the synchronicity here? Queen of Swords. Wow. Wow. Okay, I have an intuitive hit about Queen of Swords here. I just want to clarify it. I'm going to pull another deck. Queen of Swords. Okay, I kind of have an idea where it's going. Can you please clarify the Queen of Swords here? Am I intuitively picking up on the right message or not? Can you please clarify the Queen of Swords here? Can the Queen of Swords here get clarified? Can the Queen of Swords... The Fool... Yeah. Pile number 3. You're on the precipice of a new life, and it seems like all of the piles, in one way or another today, had dealt with an ending and a beginning in one way or another. For you, pile number 3, the most important thing right now is to integrate the shadow. And integration requires forgiveness. You already know your shadow. You've done the shadow work. You know what your shadow looks like. You know it thoroughly. But in order for you to move into the new world, a new journey, you're ready for it. With 8 of Wands being the fastest energy of communication, life is ready to serve you what you deserve. Life is ready to give you your divinely guided ideas with Ace of Wands here. You're ready to receive this idea with Ace of Wands and move through this process of death, letting go of the lack mentality with 5 of Pentacles, and moving into this new journey that's going to turn your world upside down, that will allow you to follow your heart. You moving in that direction will open the doors for energies and opportunities with 8 of Wands repeating twice in your reading, for you to start completely fresh. As I said, there is a beginning and there is an end, and an end needs to happen here. There needs to be an integration of the shadow. And I want to make it clear, there's no need to put yourself through the pressure of being completely positive and being completely in your high vibe all the time, right? We're human. We're here to experience the human experience, and part of the human experience is all of the variations of emotions that we get to experience. We only know the good. We only know the beautiful because we felt the ugly, because we suffered, because people have been cruel to us. That's why there is an appreciation of all of the beautiful. It's all in comparison. And with Queen of Swords here, I was intuitively picking up, there needs to be a balancing between the spirit energy of fire within you and your intellect. You look like someone who had relied on their intellect and on rationality for a long time, and that forced them to disregard their heart. And right now the journey is that of the heart. That has been the theme for all of the piles, to be honest with you, pile number 3. And your advice precisely in this moment is rest. Invest in the self-care as much as you can right now. To the best of your ability, allow yourself to rest so you can hear the divine inspiration. And you can take inspired action to move past this stage of your life and into the new journey of excitement where you become the King of Wands. There needs to be an integration of the King and the Queen here, masculine and feminine, reception, allowance, and effort. I was reading Dr. Wayne Dyer's book recently. I'm rereading it actually, and one of the first things that really stood out to me, and I forgot about it, I really like that question, is where are you on the scale of allowance to the scale of trying? There needs to be a balance there. And right now, because you're tired, because the journey has been so long, you may not truly integrate this energy. You might be messing with this energy more than you need to. You've done the shadow work. It's time to integrate it. You know your shadow. You are ready to forgive your shadow and move past it. With the Queen of Swords looking there, it seems to me that your intellect right now is in a state of confusion, because on one hand, you know that this stage of your life is ending and you're moving into a completely new quality of King of Wands, of creativity and of receiving all these opportunities. As Eight of Wands, you will be given divine energy and inspiration to act on your highest calling and to start this new beautiful life. You're ready to change your perspective and to follow your heart. But in order for this energy to transition smoothly, I ask you, or the messenger, the extraterrestrial, interdimensional entity that we're communicating with today, is asking you to rest. Please rest. Right now is not the time to wake up in anxiety, because you've learned those lessons. You learned that knocking and knocking and pushing and relying on masculine energy does not work, right? There needs to be a balance. You're asked to open yourself up for receiving, to integrate the shadow, and to allow these energies, these opportunities to come into your life. You will be getting an idea that's a divinely inspired idea for divinely inspired action. And you will be full of energy, ready. Look at all these cards going into the new beginning. Look at them. The Chariot being here. You're stepping into completely new quality. You're ready for it. So please, pile number 3, get some rest. Allow your mind to rest. Because the rest will allow you to integrate the shadow and to balance the masculine and the feminine aspects of your journey. Now, I specifically left this area open for us to receive some communication about how you might be related. How you, swiftness. Taylor Swift, or any of your Taylor Swift fans. I just heard that inside my head. This part, as I said, sorry, sometimes when I'm channeling, the ideas are coming so quickly that I need to slow down to receive them. This part of the reading is going to be about you and your connection to this UFO extraterrestrial journey that's taking place on this planet right now. If in one way or another you're connected to it, is it going to maybe put you closer to your spiritual destiny? Perhaps you don't really have anything in relation to it, but I have a feeling that you do. The world. Wow. Out of all the piles, I feel like this pile is the most in tune and connected to ufology, to... I'm sorry, I know that it's not called UFO right now, it's called unidentified aerial phenomenon, something like that. But can I get another couple of cards here for pile number 3 in relation to how their journey is going to be perhaps connected to the whole revelation of an extraterrestrial journey on this human planet. Can we please get another one card to clarify how pile number 3 might be connected to I just heard ungrounded with Rude Girl. Some of you need to hear this. You need to ground your energy, and grounding your energy requires rest. I just wanted to make sure that okay, thank you. Work, 3. Swiftness, world, work. Wow, pile number 3. Okay, this is gonna be I'm just gonna go with my intuition here. This may be a little bit, a lot to receive this, but do you guys see this? 8, swiftness, the world, work. It seems to me that out of all of the piles today, pile number 3, you're the most spiritually in tuned with the extraterrestrial, interdimensional, UFO, aerial phenomena, whatever they want to call it, with whatever is being revealed to us on our planet. You are somehow connected to it. You will be working. I'm just going with it, okay? So if this doesn't resonate, take it or leave it. You will be somehow directly involved with the revelation of the extraterrestrials coming in. I have been hearing, and personally I believe that within the next 5 years we're gonna have a major contact event, and it seems like to you with the world here, this is actually part of your journey. Actually, if we are experiencing a major event, or if you are curious about extraterrestrials, it is for a reason. The world comes after the judgment card, right? The world, you receiving the absolute life where you are in alignment with your highest destiny, only happens after you hear the call. And it seems to me that somehow, look at the excitement of them looking at the broom here. This is Harry Potter tarot. Look at them being in the Diagon Alley looking at the broom. They're so excited. This for you is a part of your journey. Work, I mean, how clear can your cards be? How much more clear, right? Let me just get a couple of more clarifiers, because it seems to me that you guys are somehow deeply interconnected with what is going on. I mean, we all are, obviously, because we're all part of humanity and an intergalactic consciousness. We're all part of everything. We're all one, right? But you seem to have a personal connection with work in relation to aliens, our alien friends. I don't really like the term alien because I'm an immigrant myself to the country where I'm at, and they use that term to describe us. And I just want to say, no one is an alien or illegal on stolen land, okay? So I don't love that word, but let's see. What does pile number 3 need to hear about their personal connection to this extraterrestrial revelation taking place on the planet right now? 10 of Wands. Yeah, I mean, everything in your reading signifies that there is a before and after, right? Right now, you're going through a spiritual journey. You are finally ready to, you're moving into a new quality. You're starting with the Fool here. So right now, you're going through something where you're ready to step into the new you. You're making that quantum jump, that quantum leap away from the 5 of Pentacles. And once you are in that King of Wands energy, obviously you will already be walking towards your judgment, right? Now, this being the world and you not getting judgment here, we would have gotten it if we needed a clarification here. Seems to me that there's going to be some time in between you really recognizing that you're connected in one way or another to this journey. There's going to be quite some time passing in between. But guess what? You move through your journey now, and then once you are in the King of Wands quality, once you are in that new reality, that reality also somehow connects you to the major events that are happening on the planet. I mean, pile number 3. This is pretty exciting because it seems like you in one way or another, and I have not received that message in piles before, and I personally don't know about what my pile is going to be, but it seems to me that you are actually going to be one of the key players during that time when things are revealed to us, when maybe there's panic. You are going to be directly involved with whatever it is you do, but somehow you're directly connected. With 10 of Wands here, I mean, you're carrying it. In this case, I'm not interpreting 10 of Wands as a negative card where you are moving into a new stage of your life and you're so tired of carrying it. It being a clarifier of work here, I'm telling you, you are a multifaceted spiritual being who may not even be aware of all their talents yet, or of all their destinies on this planet. Your judgment may not look like other people's judgment, okay? Some people have one calling where it's like, okay, I do art, right? And that's pretty clear. You, my friends, there's something going on here where your journey is so exciting and so diverse and so unique that somehow, my friend, you're connected to the aliens that are coming to the planet. Wow. Wow, I mean, this is pretty exciting. If you have any interest in that, or if you know what I'm talking about, please feel free to let me know in the comments. But pile number 3, the most important part of this reading for me is this. 4 of Swords. Get some motherfucking rest, okay? I don't want to be yelling or be rude, but you need to get some rest. Your mind is overactive. You're the Queen of Swords here, okay? But you need to be the King of Wands and the Queen of Swords combined. There needs to be an integration of masculine and feminine here for you to finally move into this quality. It's happening to you anyway, but you're asked to make your transition smoother by grounding yourself, by allowing you to integrate your shadow self through the disowned self, so you can receive that divine spark of inspiration and move into the life that's destined for you. All right, pile number 3, this is all that I see in your reading. Thank you so much for joining me for such a weird and unique reading. If you liked it, please give my video a thumbs up. If you feel like you want to share your story, leave a comment down below. And if you want to see more from me, please subscribe to the channel. I thank you and thank our higher dimensional intergalactic extraterrestrial beings who are communicating this information to you. It seems to me that out of all the piles, you guys are definitely the most connected to the UFO journey, and you may not see it yet because you're so pragmatic, okay? I get it, being pragmatic is really cool and all. I myself also have spent my whole life priding myself on intelligence, but guess what? It's not just that. It's not just that. It's time to dive into your creativity, into a new journey of the heart. This is going to be much more fulfilling for you. And if you know what this is about, I would love, love, love to hear about it. Because it seems like when this revelation is happening, you are precisely where you need to be with the world. You are already in a place where all your dreams have come true, you're doing well, you're in your highest power, and then you choose to take on another thing. The aliens now. Pile number 3. I mean, I'm getting very, like, I can feel it in my body. This is a very, very unique energy. And this death process, the integration, the letting go and moving into a new quality, while uncomfortable, this is destined for you, okay? So allow yourself to transition more smoothly by resting. Thank you so much for the reading. I hope to see you in my next one. Bye!